Today we're going to take a look at the Reolink Duo 3 smart security camera. And do you know what? Whilst reviewing this, the exact thing that I didn't want to happen has happened. I've fallen in love with hardwired power over Ethernet systems. But hold that thought, because many of you will know I've always scoffed at the idea of hardwired security systems for two reasons. Firstly, you've got to install cables everywhere, and I hate cables. And secondly, PoE systems have been rather devoid of any form of smart functionality. But how wrong I was. For some further context, a few weeks ago I featured a smart security camera that had the ability to be used in an NVR hardwired setup, and I explained in that episode that there's obviously a ton of benefits to a hardwired system, and one of the main benefits is speed. I'm getting sick to the teeth of buffering times from wireless systems. Even with the fastest wireless systems that use a base station hardwired into my network, the connection speed can be somewhat intermittent. My phone's current connection status obviously has a massive impact on this, and where I live in the mountains of Wales, I barely get any signal, let alone the COVID Illuminati World Order 5G glory network. So it's pretty slow. But by having a full wireless system at home, it just adds on further latency into the whole mix. By removing the wireless connections between your cameras and your home network to make it all hardwired, it speeds it up to a point I just wasn't ready for. Let me show you, because this will blow your mind. Now, I've done two tests pitting the Reolink Duo 3 hardwired to the Reolink NVR, which is hardwired to the internet, against the Eufy S340 paired wirelessly to the Homebase 3, which is hardwired to the internet. Now, the first test with my phone on the club's Wi-Fi network, the same network both cameras are connected to, from the app's home screen and clicking the play button for that camera, the Eufy manages to load up in just 3.1 seconds, which is super respectable. But watch the Reolink. 300 milliseconds. That loaded almost as fast as the average reaction time for a human, which is 250 milliseconds. I knew hardwired systems were faster, but I just didn't know that they were that fast. The Eufy is 1000% slower than the Reolink, but wait, there's more. I thought I'd run the same test on 4G. So let's start with the Eufy.
The world is not in your books and maps. It's out there.
The Eufy took a whopping 10.4 seconds to load. That is enough time for me to take a picture of the delivery driver at the front door with a Polaroid camera, wait for the photo to print, and then mail it to myself via second-class Royal Mail to receive it in 2 to 3 working days as a notification through the letterbox that the delivery driver was at the front door. So let's hope that the Reolink Duo 3 and NVR can do better. 2.8 seconds. That's quicker than the Eufy was when I did the test on the same Wi-Fi network. Look, if this isn't convincing you that hardwire setups might be the way to go, then nothing will. But the thing is, this speed isn't at a sacrifice of quality. The picture from the Duo 3 is crystal clear too. There's almost no artifacting or lagging at all. And this is obviously helped by the Duo 3's incredible camera system, which is a particularly unusual design that features 2 4K sensors positioned at angles to give you an almost full 180-degree view with absolutely no expense to quality. It's sort of like a duck with eyes on the side of its head to get a better field of vision. Now, normally, if a camera was trying to get this level of field of view, it would just use a single sensor with a wide-angle lens. But that kind of setup would often result in distortion or a huge loss of quality, especially when trying to zoom in to particular points in the image. Reolink, on the other hand, have gone all out with the Duo 3 to give you a superb wide field of view whilst offering quality that's unmatched by any wide-angle camera that I've tested so far. And to prove that, let's do an eye test. And it doesn't stop here either. It's got excellent night vision, again, because both of these sensors have their own IR blasters around the external lens. And if the night vision wasn't your cup of tea, then each sensor has its own built-in spotlights too, which gives quite a dramatic floodlight effect spread across a super wide angle and illuminates the image wonderfully for full colour night vision. As a whole, the quality and speed of the stream from the Duo 3 was just above and beyond my expectations. Well, this is quite interesting because setting this camera up as an NVR device was quite a bit different to any of the wireless experiences that I've had in the past. Firstly, you have to have and set up already a Reolink NVR. Setup of that is actually pretty easy. Just hook it up to a TV or monitor via HDMI and it will load up its own onboard software, which admittedly is a bit bare bones. Perhaps the best way to sort of describe it might be utilitarian. But even if it is a bit bland in terms of its appearance, it makes up for this in its ease of use, because once you have your NVR running, it was almost as simple as plugging the Duo 3 NVR network cable and that's it. You're done. Opening up the app on my phone and signing into the exact same account that's on the NVR, it's already in there and ready to go. The system will continue to do that with any Reolink camera that you add to the NVR system. It will just automatically pop up in the app and the video feed will display straight away. This is miles easier than any wireless setup I've tried, and who doesn't love easy? Now once it's in, you could just leave the NVR completely alone, but there are a few simple settings that you can change within it, such as the motion detection and scheduling, along with some of the recording options. But most of these settings can also be changed in the mobile app, which you'll find you'll probably use a lot more. And then with things like tweaking the smart detection settings on the camera and setting schedules. Now this detection system might not be as advanced as some of the AI systems that I've tried in the past. I guess I will miss some of those features that advanced AI brings, but the detection system is quite accurate on the Reolink, and it certainly looks like they're updating and improving this system, which is evidenced by the fact they've just released a motion mark beta, which highlights sort of in a blue square the moving objects in the footage. But as far as the accuracy of the smart detection goes, it seems to be pretty spot on. When there's a human, it detects a human, and when there's a dog, it detects a dog, and when there's a human dressed as a dog, it detects, well, we'll probably not talk about that. But although it lacks a few AI features, it makes up for it in other things that competitors just seem to miss. And one of the big ones is allowing critical alerts on iOS. This is a feature that makes sure a notification plays at full volume and appears on the lock screen, even if you have your phone on silent, muted, and do not disturb. This is like one security feature that all security systems should have, so round of applause for Reolink for adding this in, and a massive thumbs down for every other system which I've tried which omits this basic feature. Interestingly, the Duo 3 has one more feature that it can do, and that's work without an NVR, storing footage to a micro SD card on the underside. Although I haven't actually tested this, because you'll be getting really sort of a bare bones CCTV functionality with no smart control or remote viewing. And you also have to plug it in via a DC connector on the cable. Personally, I think to get the most out of this camera, you need it to be using the NVR capability. And it's this NVR experience that has just knocked me to the floor. I almost feel like I can't believe on what I've been missing out on. But there are a few things that I think Reolink could have improved on with the Duo 3. And the first is that we came into an issue with the NVR not showing the Duo 3 in full screen view on the monitor due to the native resolution of the camera being too high. All you were originally getting was a black screen when trying to view the feed in full. But to solve this, you have to change the camera's stream resolution on the NVR to 4K so that it could display on the monitor that I was using. Now, this is fine. I understand that obviously there's a resolution conflict between the output and input, but it would have been nice if Reolink could have automatically detected this and downscaled it rather than having to manually change it. I came into a similar problem when trying to plug it into a 1080p monitor after configuring it for 4K. It just refused to show an image after the initial startup. So there's obviously a few things that Reolink could do here with automatic adjustment of resolution. Thankfully, that's probably just a quick software update to the NVR, so I expect this issue won't be long-lived. As for something else, although the image is incredible on the Duo 3, it's not infallible. Having two sensors stitch one image together does come with one small problem, and then it has a very small blind spot just in front of the camera. I'm talking a few inches here at most, but if you're thinking of putting it close to where a subject might stand, this is what they're going to look like.
Oh dear.
Simple solution, don't put it right in front of where people will stand. This is much better suited somewhere where it has a good open view of the environment in a panoramic style where it can detect things properly. And as for the smart detection, this is the best I've seen on a hardwired NVR system, but I still think there's room for improvement. I'd love to see more in-depth AI, such as facial recognition, to make reporting and searching through events easier and richer, and perhaps even give me a security report at the end of the day of who's been there. Could this be implemented through a software update? Possibly. I mean, they already have the individual type of movement detection, so it could be possible that they could add facial recognition to this. Who knows? Who knows? But there is one big thing that I'm really missing, and that's rich notifications. I want to be able to see a quick preview of the notification rather than just a notification that it's detected something and then having to open up the app to find out what it was. I think this is probably a limitation of how the NVR works though. Because you are essentially connecting to it directly and it's not sending anything to the cloud, I believe that rich notifications just wouldn't work because of the requirement that the image gets run through the cloud on iOS devices and probably Android as well. So the only way that Reolink could make this work is if they somehow integrated a form of cloud service for NVR devices, which I'd love to see. It may be possible to do it yourself, but I imagine it would require some complex workarounds and dodgy third-party software. And as a newbie to NVR systems, sticking with the base software that Reolink give you, there just isn't anything available in that software to enable rich notifications for the NVR device. For me, I think that's the one thing I would love to see and Reolink to solve that would make this entire system and the Duo 3 a top 10 out of 10 product. Now, I still have to say that its major benefit of being hardwired is also one of its biggest flaws in that you have to run cabling throughout your entire house to use the full capability of the Duo 3, but I've got to say that now it's less of a concern, now that I've actually experienced it. Of course, you could get Mr. Tradesman in to come and wire everything up everywhere and he'll charge you £1 billion, but it's not actually that hard to make your own Ethernet cables. One of the team here said to me, look, Stu, it's not hard to make your own Ethernet cables. And that inspired me to spend an hour learning how to make one. And although it is fiddly, it's actually easy peasy. So I hope me saying that it's easy peasy might make you less afraid of getting the wire cutters out. But once you've learned it and you've bought 100 meters of Ethernet cable for 40 quid, you'll never need to buy another network cable again. And you can customize everything you have to the right length. But more importantly, you'll be able to hardwire your entire network cameras without much hassle at all. And trust me, with how fast this system is and the Duo 3 quality, it's something you should absolutely investigate. I know for me, that the Duo 3 has opened a door that probably won't be shutting anytime soon, and I'm seriously considering changing over my entire system to a hardwired one. And Reolink, the thing is, do a ton of other PoE cameras, even ones with mechanical zoom lenses, which are pretty bloody cool. And because it's all plug and play, I really do think that Reolink could be a great option for people who are just starting out with NVR systems. And there's one final benefit to moving to a hardwired system that I haven't yet discussed, and that's the cost. The Duo 3 is around £160, £170, which is very comparable to other dual lens security cameras on the market at the moment. And the NVR itself costs around £200. But the thing is, once you've bought into the system, that's it. There's no hidden fees, no extra subscription cost. The price is the price on the tin. With a lot of the cloud-based systems now, you end up paying about £5 to £10 per device per month, and they are constantly increasing. I know Ring upped their prices very recently. you just end up paying a lot more in the long term with those devices. So if you want to check out the Duo 3, the NVR, or any other Reolink camera, I'll drop a link in the description for you. But I must say that for my first experience using a full powered over Ethernet system, the Duo 3 has been an absolute fantastic introduction to it. So I think after some consideration, the Duo 3 gets a gold star from me. Good job. What do you think? Would you consider something like a hardwired system like this, or are you afraid to get the drill out and start dangling cables everywhere? I'd love to know your thoughts on hardwired PoE systems, so do let me know in the comments below. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for joining. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you're new to STU'S Reviews, and I'll see you back for another episode soon.